Welcome to a wealth of useless knowledge, where we dive into some fun and entertaining topics. You're sure to learn something new here, and maybe even have a laugh or two. Now let's get into today's video. We all had our favorite toys back in the day, the ones that we couldn't wait to get home from school just so we could play with them. Some we enjoyed because they lit up, spun around, and made lots of noise, while others we enjoyed just for their simplicity. Some we found as we were down the aisles of Toys R Us, while others caught our eye via the commercials that would come on between our Saturday morning cartoons. However we came across our favorite toys, there's no denying that 90s kids got to experience some of the best toys that ever existed. I actually made a video about this previously that many of you enjoyed, and this is a part 2. So if you haven't seen that one yet, don't forget to check it out. But in this video, we'll be taking a look at 10 more iconic toys that most 90s kids would remember. So grab your favorite snack and stay tuned. First on the list are Ty Beanie Babies. This line of stuffed toys was created by American businessman Ty Warner and was first introduced by him back in 1993 at the World Toy Fair in New York, New York. Mass manufacturing of the beanies began the following year, and the toys retailed for around $5. They were stuffed with plastic pellets rather than conventional soft stuffing and came in a wide array of styles and colors. They were known for their slightly understuffed design that made them soft and posable, making them easy to display everywhere from on your bed to a bookshelf. They even featured bright red tie tags that contained the name and birthday of the animals, as well as a short 4-line poem about them. Many of us received these as gifts for every occasion, from birthdays to Christmas, and many remember being told to keep the tags on them because they would be worth more someday. The fun, unique designs and colors, coupled with their limited number of selected styles, created a high demand market that made them the perfect collectible item of the era. As the Beanie Baby craze emerged during the second half of the 1990s, they were continuously flying off the shelves everywhere. They even had miniature versions of the popular beanies for a limited time as a part of the McDonald's Happy Meal. Towards the end of the decade, it was announced that the toys would be discontinued, sending people into a buying frenzy. But shortly after, the company decided to bring them back due to popular demand. Even though finding original designs of these toys can be quite difficult, newer beanies from the company are still being made to this day. Many people may know ribbon dancing as a sport in rhythmic gymnastics, but 90s kids got to experience the height of the ribbon dancer craze.
Hey girls, check it out. Ribbon dancer up and down, dancing in the street. Come on and do it. Ribbon dancer all around, dancing to the beat, jumping through it. Ribbon dancer, riding on the wall. Ribbon dancer, goes up and let it fall. Ribbon dancer, having so much fun. Ribbon dancer, gotta get one now.
Ribbon Dancer comes with 15 feet of shimmering satin ribbon.
The Ribbon Dancer is one of those toys known for its simplicity and how much fun the commercials made it look. It had kids everywhere begging their parents for it, to which some obliged, while others saw the toy as too simple to purchase considering the retail price, and many thought they could easily just recreate it themselves with a piece of ribbon and a stick. Heck, if you really wanted to get creative, you probably could even use a CVS receipt. Needless to say though, this was a toy that many kids wanted. The popularity of this classic toy did eventually die down, but you can still find original versions of it through some popular resale sites and some really good dupes on Amazon. Play-Doh is one of those toys that's been around for ages, and it's one that's been enjoyed by several generations as it came into production in 1955. However, did you know that Play-Doh didn't start out as a toy?
What the heck?
That's right, folks. Play-Doh as we know it came to be in 1955, but before it was Play-Doh, it was actually a product designed to clean the soot off of wallpapers in homes. The original version of the product was created by Noah McVicker in the 1930s and was manufactured in Cincinnati, Ohio by the soap manufacturer Coutall Products. When the coal-based heating method was at its height, this was a must-have product. It featured a non-toxic, pliable, putty-like texture that could easily glide over surfaces and pick up all the soot left behind from heating homes that ordinary dusting would just spread around. After World War II, the standard heating method for homes changed from coal to gas. Coupled with the introduction of a new washable vinyl-based wallpaper into the market, the company started to see a decline in sales. That is, until they decided to make a crucial business pivot that would give the product a new life. It was previously noted in newspaper articles several recipes for children's craft projects using the cleaning compound. And that sparked the idea of turning the once practical cleaning product into a product for playtime.
Play-Doh doesn't really roll around and make models all by itself. You have to help it. And that's why Play-Doh is so much fun. Try it and see. Play-Doh.
They added fun colors and changed the branding, and it proved to be the best decision ever, as Play-Doh became the newest craze, selling billions of units since its introduction.
Billions and billions and...
Play-Doh is now manufactured by Hasbro and is still a go-to toy for all ages that can be found just about everywhere. Baby Alive is one of those toys that had all the bells and whistles. It had the look of a simple baby doll, but taken a step further as the doll cried, ate, burped, and peed. It was the ultimate baby doll.
She's Baby Alive, giving you a bottle for your meal. You're so real. Baby Alive, making fresh food for your tummy. Cherries, yummy. Baby Alive, changing your diapers when you're through. You're a good baby too.
Batteries not included.
Baby Alive, I love the way you make me feel. You're so real.
She's Baby Alive. You can really feed her, give her a bottle, and change her diaper.
The doll was introduced by Kenner in 1973, the same manufacturer that brought us the Easy Bake Oven. The dolls were very popular, selling hundreds of thousands of units in the 80s on into the 90s, and they remained a go-to holiday gift for years to come. The Kenner Company was acquired by Hasbro in the early 90s, and they kept innovating the dolls to look even more realistic with moving mouths. In addition, newer versions of the dolls would now talk instead of just crying, and more accessories to be sold separately would also be launched. To this day, this is still a very popular toy, as there's a resale market for the original doll of the 1970s, as well as newer models being able to be found everywhere from in stores and online. The Super Soaker is one of those must-have toys for the summer. They came in a variety of colors and models and were just plain fun. These water guns featured a unique design in comparison to smaller, more standard varieties sold back in the day, as they used manually pressurized air to shoot water with greater power, range, and accuracy than ever seen before. The toy was invented by nuclear scientist, veteran, and former NASA employee Lonnie Johnson. He conceived the idea for the cool new toy back in 1982 when he was in the U.S. Air Force. He was working on inventions in his free time and created a prototype that would later become the iconic toy beloved by generations. He pitched the toy to several companies and fine-tuned all the details for the next 7 years until the toy finally launched to market in 1989 through the Laramie Toy Company under the name the Power Drencher, which didn't quite stick, so the name was later changed to Super Soaker in 1991, and a series of marketing campaigns soon followed.
The Super Soaker 50. Just pump up our powerful air pressure system, and you can soak someone up to 50 feet away. The Super Soaker 50 from Laramie.
The toy became a massive success, topping $200 million in sales that year, and later went on to enter the National Toy Hall of Fame back in 2015. This classic is still manufactured to this day by Hasbro and is a must-have toy for having some summer fun in the sun. They now come in hundreds of varieties, so you can pick your water weapon and duke it out with friends and family while trying to stay cool. Speaking of cool, if you're still here enjoying the video, it would be really cool if you'd hit the like button and subscribe. It's easy and free to do, plus it helps the channel out a lot too, keeping fun content like this coming your way.
I appreciate you.
Another toy that drove sales back in the 90s was Hot Wheels. These cars came in a wide range of makes and models that mimicked real-life versions of the vehicles, as they've partnered with several companies like GM and Chevrolet to make the blueprints for the models. They were sold individually, in bundles, and in sets, with tons of cool tracks you could build, making them one of the hottest toys of the era. Hot Wheels were invented by Mattel co-founder Elliott Handler and were introduced in 1968.
They're the fastest metal cars you've ever seen. Mattel's new Hot Wheels. Collect them by themselves or get them in wild new action sets, like the drag race action set, the stunt action set, the Hot Curves race action set. Get Mattel's new Hot Wheels, the fastest metal cars you've ever seen.
These toys had kids racing to the shelves of Toys R Us just to get their hands on the newest models. Whether you wanted to actually play with the cars and race your family and friends, or just keep them in the original packaging to collect, you couldn't go wrong with Hot Wheels. This iconic toy was a big part of many people's childhoods, and even as adults, the hype hasn't died down, as there are tons of collectors out there who are still meticulously curating their own personal museum of some of the most iconic classic models ever made. These toy cars are still manufactured by Mattel to this day, and they show no sign of slowing down anytime soon, as they've sold billions of units worldwide.
Billions and billions and...
Troll dolls were another popular toy that were flying off the shelves back in the day. They featured bright, colorful hair that stood straight up, and they came in a variety of styles and sizes. Even more interesting than the look of the dolls is their backstory. These unique dolls originated in Denmark back in the mid-1950s and were launched by the Danish company Dam Things, founded by woodcutter Thomas Dam. He had long been carving wooden dolls for his kids when his wife suggested that he try selling them, and thus troll dolls were born.
We are back, we are back, we are back to bring you good luck. Whatever you do, good luck. Wherever you are, good luck. Whoever you love, wherever you go, good luck to you.
The original Good Luck Trolls.
From character.
They were originally called Good Luck Trolls and were often referred to as Dam dolls after the founder's name, and were based off the trolls often seen in Scandinavian folklore. The toys became wildly popular at the time of their launch to the US in the mid-60s on into the early 70s, before dying down and then once again making a booming resurgence in the 90s. Most everyone had one, and if they didn't, they wanted one. Troll dolls are still manufactured by the Dam family company in Scandinavia to this day, and in the US through the DreamWorks acquisition of their IP through the Dam family's company that allows them to manufacture the iconic troll dolls everywhere in the world, with the exception of the doll's birthplace in Scandinavia. If you played your cards right during the 90s, you would have acquired some of the best toys in existence. And speaking of playing your cards right, how about them Pokemon cards? Pokemon cards were all the craze in the 90s. The card game was originally released in Japan by Media Factory in 1996 and was based on the highly successful Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow Game Boy titles.
Yeah, new Electabuzz. Whoa. Whoa, Storm's got a new card. Golem.
New Gym Heroes game cards. New art, new trainers, and new strategies. You just can't take your eyes off them. New Pokemon Gym Heroes game cards in stores now. Dex and booster packs sold separately, playmat not included. I'm cool.
Beginning in 1998, Pokemon trading cards were released in North America by the manufactured Wizards of the Coast. Due to the success of the video games, as well as the 1997 hit animated series, they already had a large demographic of young fans who couldn't wait to get their hands on them. Whether you were into collecting these cards or playing the game competitively, there's no doubt there were tons of rare cards out there that everyone wanted. And because it's Pokemon, and of course you gotta catch 'em all, kids all over were begging their parents for a new deck of cards every chance they got.
Mom! Mom! Mommy! Mama! Mama! Ma! Ma! Mom! Mom! Mommy! Mama! Mama!
What?
Pokemon cards are still manufactured today by the Pokemon Company, but the original Wizards prints of the 90s are truly a rare find. These cards, much like many other toys on this list, span far from just a temporary fad, later transitioning into long-term collector's items. Whether you're still searching for the super rare Pikachu Illustrator card, or after the first edition holographic Shadowless Charizard, there's no doubt that many people are still to this day on the hunt for that final piece to complete their carefully crafted curation of cards. From a pocket full of Pokemon cards to a pocket-sized doll, the Polly Pocket was the hot new toy that all the girls wanted. They came in a wide variety of styles and were small enough to place in, well, a pocket.
Hi, I'm Polly Pocket. Let's have fun in my playhouse together.
Polly Pocket play cases, each sold separately. New from Mattel.
The toy was created by Chris Wiggs back in 1983. In an attempt to make a unique toy for his daughter, he took an old makeup powder compact and crafted a small house within it fit for a tiny doll. The concept was licensed and manufactured by Bluebird Toys, and the first Polly Pocket toys were launched to store shelves in 1989. The tiny toys eventually expanded from small portable playsets to larger scale homes with even more rooms and accessories to accommodate Polly and all her friends. The original company, however, was bought by Mattel back in '98, and shortly after, in 2002, they discontinued the tiny pocket-sized doll sets in favor of larger, more lifelike designs. It wasn't until 2010 that they ultimately decided to bring the original pocket-sized designs back to store shelves. These adorable toy sets are still made to this day, but the classic designs of yesteryear by Bluebird Toys are a rare find that many collectors are still hunting for everywhere, from vintage shops to online. The doll market continued to boom as yet another one to fly onto the store shelves was the Sky Dancers doll. These unique dolls flaunted a pull-string base and had foam wings, making them light enough to fly. Just insert the doll into the base, pull the string, and off they went.
Sky Dancers! They're flying! Fly for me, just for me, Sky Dancers dance for me. Wow, they really fly! Come to me, dance for me, Sky Dancers fly for me. They're beautiful! New Sky Dancers, real flying dancers with magical wings and pretty dresses. Pull their magic star and they twirl and fly. Sky Dancers fly just for me. New Flying Sky Dancers, doll and doll with launcher sets, each sold separately.
They would launch into the air and spin their wings in a propeller-like motion, mesmerizing us all with how effortlessly they flew. According to the Jewel Riders Archive, the toy was invented by John Gentile, who viewed his daughters playing with maple seedlings known for their long wing-like shape that flutters and spirals when dropped from up high. The graceful movement inspired the foam wing prototype, and thus the Sky Dancer dolls were born. These whimsical toys were launched through the toy company Galoob in 1994 and were one of the hottest toys of the decade, selling over 30 million units since its introduction. It was so popular, in fact, that it even inspired an animated TV series by the same name that debuted in 1996, just 2 years after the toy's launch. This iconic toy was eventually purchased by, you guessed it, Hasbro in 1998, but unfortunately was recalled shortly thereafter due to injuries being cited from the dolls flying up in unpredictable ways. The company quickly took action to address these concerns by adapting new mechanisms in the base that would not allow the dolls to launch unless the base was pointed in an upright position, allowing dolls back onto the market the following year. The toy also had a massive re-release in 2005, making its way back to store shelves once again, and had a brief resurgence in popularity. Although their appeal has since died down, these unique toys can still be found today at most every big box retailer. Whether the favorite toys of your childhood were the ones with all the bells and whistles, or were a classic just known for their simplicity, there's no denying that the 90s was one of the coolest decades for toy production. The list of toys 90s kids got to experience is pretty extensive, and this is by no means an exhaustive list. So if you'd like me to keep this series going with the part 3, hit the like button and comment part 3 down below. But I really want to hear from you guys. So feel free to drop your favorite toys down in the comment section and let me know what your favorite toy was from this list. If you enjoy nostalgic content like this and want to take some more trips down memory lane, check out my nostalgia playlist. I'll have it linked for you in the iCards and in the description box, along with links to all the toys discussed in this video. If you found this video educational or entertaining, it would be
delightful, really delightful.
If you would like, share, and hit that subscribe button for more content.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
As always, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, keep learning.